I'm Vinny Politan. Welcome to Closing Arguments. We begin this hour with some breaking news. Actor and former murder defendant here on a trial that you saw on Court TV many years ago. Robert Blake has passed away at the age of 89, apparently from some heart issues. He was an actor, born in Nutley, New Jersey. Michael James Gubitosi was his given name, and then he changed it to Robert Blake when he began his acting career as a young child in Our Gang, most famously known as Beretta in the mid-70s, one of the top shows. There you see him outside the courthouse with his original attorney. But you got to know him here on Court TV because of his high-profile case. May 4th, 2001, Robert Blake was dining at a restaurant in Studio City, Los Angeles, called Vitello's. It was a place he went to often. There was actually a dish that was named after him at the restaurant. He ate there so frequently. And on that night, his wife, Bonny Lee Bakley, was shot and killed after they ate dinner. Now, Robert Blake at trial, they presented an alibi for the case. The alibi for not being guilty of shooting his wife outside the restaurant was, I could not have shot her because I wasn't there. We left, we started to walk to the car, and then I went back to the restaurant because I realized I had left my gun in the booth we were eating at. So his alibi for shooting and killing his wife was I had to go back into the restaurant to get my gun that I left after I ate a bowl of the Robert Blake special. The jury bought it. He was found not guilty. I was there, the most amazing press conference after that not guilty verdict. He was speaking like an old-time Hollywood guy, which is what he was, and he rode off into the sunset. That's what he said he was going to do. And he did ride off into the sunset. We didn't see much of him from that point forward. According to prosecutors, the whole problem with him and Bonny Lee Bakley was that he felt like she had sort of swindled him or bamboozled him into pregnancy and this child and child support, and he wanted to get the child away from her. That little girl's name was Rose. She was raised by relatives of Robert Blake. He didn't raise her after he was found not guilty. I don't think he saw her again until like 2019. But that's the story. It was a strange, bizarre story. It was a shocking verdict, but it wasn't as shocking because you go back, this is like in the early 2000s. He's a celebrity, he's in LA, he's charged with murder. We know the ending, not guilty, folks. And that's the way it ran. But he was found liable in the civil case in order to pay like $30 million in damages to the family, surviving family. But the breaking news tonight is that at age 89, Robert Blake, Michael James Gubitosi is now dead. Let's bring in our think tank, get some reaction. Tonight, joining us in Atlanta, Georgia, criminal defense attorney Eklund Mercy is with us. In Los Angeles, California, former federal prosecutor, author of Harvard to # My Journey from Big Law to Business Owner, Nima Rahmani is here. And in Phoenix, Arizona, the attorney who represented Jodi Arias, author of the book series Trapped with Ms. Arias, Kirk Nurmi. Great to see everyone tonight. Eklund, don't know if you were a Beretta fan, an Our Gang fan, or if you saw the trial. But your reaction tonight to the death of Robert Blake?
Well, I am a movie person, so like Mr. Blake had one of the longest relevant careers in Hollywood. Like he was a true product of Tinseltown, and he came in just as he came out with a bang. And I don't see it any other way. I think that, you know, it is. Somebody did pass away, but he was 89. So I think, you know, 89 today.
You know, one of the people he portrayed on the screen was John List, who was that killer. Kind of eerie. Kind of eerie when you think about it. He's a killer from New Jersey.
Compare? How?
I don't know. It's a little creepy. Nima Rahmani, you're out there in Tinseltown. This was back in the day when you couldn't convict a celebrity in your town.
It's still hard to convict celebrities here. And this was a real black eye for the district attorney at the time, Steve Cooley. I mean, after the verdict, which was a really bad verdict. I mean, acquittal on multiple counts. Even the hung count was 11-1 in favor of acquittal. So really a black eye for the DA's office. He, of course, famously came out and started bashing Robert Blake after the jury verdict, something you're not supposed to do as a prosecutor. And obviously we've talked about his acting career, but I think at least for the lawyers in town, he'll be best known for getting off on a really serious murder for hire charge, and really kind of his career went away after that. But like Eklund said, he lived a good life, 89 years, spent the most of those out of prison, which is very important. So kudos to him for beating a case and being one of many actors in LA that have done so.
Kirk, what do you think of that alibi? You know, I couldn't have committed the murder because I left my gun in the restaurant. I went to go get it. Amazing. Amazing.
Well, you know, Vinny, you said that the jury bought it, but there's something in this country, we call that an acquittal. We call that the state has to prove the thing beyond a reasonable doubt. So he was acquitted. So I'll remember him. I got a little snow on my roof, Vinny. You do too. You probably remember him as Beretta. I remember watching him, Beretta, on the old black and white TV with my grandparents. So that's kind of, I'll be remembering him. And Vinny, do you remember the tagline of that show? You remember that tagline?
I should.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time, Vinny. You got to love that, Vinny, as a prosecutor. You got to love that. So that's how I'm going to remember Mr. Blake.
Okay.